The moment I stepped into that room, the air was thick with tension. I could feel it pressing against my skin, heavy and suffocating. The hushed whispers? They were about me. The smug smiles, the fleeting glances, the ones who never dared to meet my eyes. It was all too familiar. They thought they knew me. To them, I was nothing, a failure, the man who couldn't provide for his wife, who couldn't make her happy. But they were wrong. They only knew the story she had fed them. For years, I had been their favorite joke, the subject of their cruel amusement, their whispered mockery, their dismissive laughter. It had worn me down, but I had reached my limit. I wasn't the broken man they believed I was. No, I was far more than that. And tonight, they would finally see the truth. She had painted me as the villain, spinning lie after lie to tarnish my name. But the real deception? It was hers. And I had proof. Late nights spent in quiet suspicion had led me to the truth. Secrets hidden beneath layers of deceit. Affairs, insurmountable debt, a tangled web of falsehoods. I had uncovered it all, piece by piece, in the stillness of the night. It wasn't just the lies that cut deep. It was how she had chipped away at me over the years, slowly, methodically. No matter how hard I tried, it was never enough. The more I worked, the more she belittled me. She told her family I had failed her, that I wasn't capable of supporting her dreams. I had ignored the warning signs for too long. The late-night phone calls, the evasive answers, the way she shut down whenever I asked simple questions. And then, the night I found the letter, everything changed. A crumpled bank statement buried in her drawer revealed the truth. She was drowning in debt, all while parading around as a perfect wife. But that wasn't even the worst of it. A note, carelessly tucked beside it, exposed her infidelity, a message from an old high school flame she had been seeing behind my back. That was my breaking point. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I planned. I gathered my evidence, made copies of everything, emails, bank records, love letters. I met with a lawyer in secret. I knew exactly what to do when the time came. And now, here we were. The family reunion arrived sooner than expected. Of course, I had been invited. She needed to keep up appearances. The devoted wife, the loving partner. She had no idea I had already set my plan in motion. The moment I entered the hall, I felt their eyes on me, filled with quiet scorn. The air was thick with expectation. They waited for me to falter, to crumble under the weight of their judgment. In their eyes, I was the weak link, the disappointment. But they were about to see how wrong they were. She stood in the corner, smiling alongside her parents, feigning innocence. But I saw the flicker of unease in her eyes when she spotted me. I stepped forward. The room fell silent. "Everyone," I said, my voice steady yet firm, cutting through the chatter like a blade. "I think it's time we had a talk." Her smile wavered. A flash of panic crossed her face. "You all think of me as a failure, don't you?" My voice didn't waver. "The man who can't hold his life together? The one you mock behind closed doors." A laugh erupted from one of her cousins. I didn't even blink. "What if I told you the failure isn't who you think it is?" The room grew eerily quiet. I took slow, deliberate steps toward the front of the room, pulling out the stack of papers I had brought with me. My heart pounded, but my face remained unreadable. I'm done letting her lie about me, about everything. Confusion flickered across their faces. But her expression was frozen. Fists clenched at her sides. "You think you know her, but you don't," I continued. With a sharp thud, I dropped the documents onto the table. The weight of the truth echoed in that single sound. "I know about the affair," I said, my voice laced with venom. "The one she's been having with her old high school sweetheart." A ripple of shock spread through the crowd. Eyes darted toward her. Whispers. Gasps. "I know about the debt," I added, my gaze never leaving her. "The money she's burned through while pretending everything was fine." The silence in the room was suffocating now. I leaned in slightly, lowering my voice just enough to let it sink in. "And I know how much she's laughed behind my back, tearing me down to make herself feel better." A sharp inhale from her mother, a stunned look from her father. I slammed another paper down. "Well, here's the truth. I turned to face the room, my eyes burning with a quiet fury. I'm not the failure. I pointed at her. She is. The weight of my words settled over the room like a storm cloud. Eyes darted between us, confusion giving way to realization. Her lips trembled, but she couldn't speak. She couldn't even look at me. You've lied for months. You manipulated everyone here. But I'm done. I took a step back, exhaling as if shedding the last remnants of the burden she had placed on me. You don't get to control the narrative anymore. Silence stretched across the room. And then her parents turned to her, their faces etched with anger and betrayal. The whispers grew louder, the shock rippling outward. But I only felt lighter. The weight of her deception, of the years of humiliation and doubt, had finally lifted. I turned and walked away, never once looking back. Let her face the consequences. Let her unravel beneath the weight of her own lies. Because for the first time in a long time, I was free, and that was victory.